Rodman was such a great rebounder, I could deal with your offense. But Lamar Jackson concerns you a little on the throwing.
Well, it's just specifically the control of the ball. And I'm the first to say we need to slow down these expectations and the pace at which we expect people to be at certain points. We need to slow it down with these young guys. Because he was an MVP in his second year, I think the expectation is that now it's Super Bowl, and now the reality is it takes some time to develop the control of the ball. And he's the most exciting athlete at the position in the sport, no questions asked. But even on completions, it's little detailed accuracy. It's a little low. It's a little bit behind. We see him last night miss a couple throws, but a lot of guys miss some throws.
Can he get better at that?
100%. So I look at Lamar and I go, he's not in a position right now to, I think, win a Super Bowl because of accuracy, because he's going to be going against the guys that we're going to, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, these guys later. But that's absolutely in front of him. And one big offseason of developing control of the ball takes him to another level than he's even been at yet. And that's the level that these other guys like Patrick have been at. 6
years in the NFL, Jordan Palmer is joining us. Did you ever think, working with Josh Allen, he would be this good?
Not this soon. I'll be honest. Everybody works hard. Everybody cares. And there are levels to that. But he's a perfect example of, there's a handful of spots in the league. Buffalo's one of them. Baltimore, Kansas City, the Rams, where they have it right. They have built around the young quarterback. They got the young quarterback, the GM, the head coach. It's all put together. And with Josh, he's worked really hard. He's developed. He's ahead of a lot of people's schedule if there was one. But he's also in a spot where Brian Daboll, Brandon Beane makes these moves to get him, and then they build around him. They get Mitch Morse, the center who was with Patrick Mahomes and Stephon Diggs, and it's all the pieces coming together. The other quarterbacks in the room, Ken Dorsey, the quarterback coach. So Josh Allen deserves a lot of credit for his success, but what Terry and Kim Pagula have done to not just go get him, but the pieces that are around him, he really is in one of the most desirable situations that you can be in. And he's taking advantage of it and eliminating mistakes and getting better, I think, each week right now.
Yeah, I mean, if his coordinator, head coach, and GM were on the market, they would get scooped up in 1 second. That's when you know you have the right people. Jalen Hurts, were you surprised how effective it was?
I'm not surprised at how he handled the situation. I believe that success leaves clues. You can study success. And I believe that successful people more often get behind a successful behavior than they do just a successful trait or talent. And with Jalen Hurts, you got to go, like in high school, he just kind of won. And then when he went to Bama, and at a time before Tua was there, they weren't getting the #1 recruit in the country at quarterback.
No, they were kind of getting guys that didn't even get looked at by NFL teams.
McElroy, you know what I mean? Like
right.
These guys had a lot of success there. And so Jalen, but he just he ran the ball efficiently. He never cost his team the win. And he took advantage of opportunity. So he did that until Tua took over, and we all watched that. And then he went to Oklahoma, and he did the exact same thing. So success leaves clues. He's had success at every phase. So him getting in a situation where a team's in a little bit of turmoil, they're playing against another good team, he's got weapons around him. Yeah, I was not surprised that he ran the ball efficiently, didn't cost his team the game, and handled the moment really well, because that's what he's always done.
You know, we're always looking for the next new thing in football technology, and maybe we're forgetting about Deshaun Watson, you think?
Yeah, I think it's important for anybody who loves the storylines and talking quarterbacks. I sure do. I know you do too. To just pause. This is a big picture. Just pay attention to Deshaun Watson this year, because in my opinion, this is as bad as it will ever get. This is the worst situation, of course, he's ever been in, but he ever will be in again, because he's the type of leader and champion and the aura that in high school he won championships in basketball and football. He played good enough to win 2 championships in college. He was 33-3 as a starter.
Wins his division in the NFL.
Wins his division every year he's done it. He did in his rookie year because he tore his ACL. But the only times he hasn't won is when he's gotten hurt, which is only twice. And so I look at the GM, the head coach, Hopkins, all the movement, all the chaos. This is the most enticing employee of the NFL to work with right now. If you're a GM, you want this job. If you're a coach, you want this job. If you're a free agent wide receiver, you want to go play for this team. So this right now and him playing at the level he's playing at with what's around him, this is as bad a situation as he's going to be in. So if you're a fan of quarterbacks, watch how he continues to handle this through the season and then what he does very quickly in Houston, because they're going to start putting some pieces together, and he knows how to be a champion. He is one. He's going to build a championship there at some point.
Baker Mayfield sees me as his arch nemesis. What do you make of where he's at?
Well, you know, we talked about this last time. I believe the two most important traits in a quarterback playing well early is confidence and maturity.
Maturity is a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Now, I also believe that the way you live your life off the field directly mirrors the way that you play the game on the field. You don't have guys that live completely buttoned up and detail-oriented on the field and then just throw it wherever off the field. You don't have guys that his life is out of control and then play the game the way that Tom Brady plays it. I haven't seen it.
Right.
And so Baker's off the field antics in college and coming out match the way he played. He's a walk-on twice, and he's a Heisman finalist 3 times, wins it once. But what we've seen is the maturity off the field. You've talked about it, and the immaturity on the field has showed up the first 2 years. What I have seen right now is the confidence has always been there. He's always had confidence in himself.
Yeah.
But I think the Browns have confidence in him. That Bengals comeback, that 2-minute drive, and I think his team, his organization, his play caller has as much confidence in him as he does. But the maturity, I mean, this clip from here the other night, it's 4th and 8 or 3rd and 8. He scrambles to get 4.
Great play.
It's a mature play. Get 4, get a piece back, and then on 4th and 4, instead of just running for it on the first down, he could have totally ran for this on the first down. He steps up in the pocket, and he's got the confidence right there to just step up and rip it. That's 4th and 4.
Yeah.
He can run and get 5 yards.
Yeah.
So the confidence and the maturity, I'm seeing it show up off the field and on the field, and he's doing it with a rushing attack and a defense, and they're getting hot at the right time.
Okay, so you work with all these quarterbacks. I DM'd Joe Burrow because I told him how much I love him. He's such a good kid. You've worked with Joe, and he's going to be great. He just gets it, right? Like, he's fine.
Yep.
Give me a college quarterback under the radar, and I'll throw one to you. I saw this weekend, and I thought, why aren't you talking about him? So give me yours.
You're going to watch Clemson. You're going to watch these guys. Cincinnati's playing Tulsa this weekend. Desmond Ridder. He's going to be the winningest quarterback at University of Cincinnati. He's got a chance to go undefeated, and he is eerily similar of Jordan Love. If he decides to come out this year, he's eerily similar to Jordan Love, except he's a far more dynamic runner. And he's very mature and he's very confident, which I love. But he's got a chance to win a championship, finish this season undefeated. They may get an SEC team in a bowl game. That's a chance to play at level up. Senior Bowl after that if he gets that invite. Now all of a sudden you got a guy where that's how you finish your college career. A champion, undefeated, putting together games like that. And I see a lot of things in his game that all of them translate to the NFL. He's a guy that not many people are talking about that should be.
Jordan Palmer, 30 seconds left. I like the kid at UCLA, went to Bishop Gorman High School. My daughter went to class with him. She's like, Dad, kids loved him. Everybody wanted to be around him.
Yeah, great dude. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he played wide receiver behind Tate Martell.
That's
junior
right.
year. Only played quarterback
1 year of high school.
Really, and got yanked at halftime because they crushed everybody. So he didn't really play a whole lot before Chip Kelly got a hold of him. He's got a bright future, too.
He does. He was 30 of 37 this week. And it's funny because my daughter went there, and she was Tate Martell was the star quarterback. He was the backup. And I asked her, and she said, Dad, there's just certain people gravitate to, and they're like, he's one of them. I thought this weekend he took a huge step up for him. I mean, I'm sitting there watching and getting texts from buddies going, who's that kid? Yeah. Jordan Palmer, Quarterback Summit, helping young people. This is my favorite source. They really are.
Thank you.
You've replaced many GMs who I'm just over. Great seeing you, buddy. Discovery app is coming soon. Discovery Plus next year. New streaming channel. Hour 3 next.